Hey guys, what's up? Um, it's a beautiful day outside. I do it on my front porch, so we might have a guest visitor from my dogs. They're around here, so just be ready, just in case. You never know, this might get interrupted, but it'll be all right. Today we're gonna talk about 2 Timothy 3 verses 1 through 9, and it just talks about the difficult times ahead and that are in the when it gets close to the end times, and just stuff to be wary of, stuff to look out for, and a lot of stuff you'll see is happening in today's world. So let's get into it. Let's go. It says, "But know this, hard times will come in the last days. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boastful, proud, demeaning, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, irreconcilable, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, without love for what is good, traitors, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to the form of godliness but denying its power. Avoid these people. For among them are those who worm their way into households and deceive gullible women overwhelmed by sins and led astray by a variety of passions, always learning and never able to come to a knowledge of the truth. Just as Jannes and Jambres resisted Moses." I think I pronounced those right. "So these also resist the truth. They are men who are corrupt in mind and worthless in regard to the faith. But they will not make further progress, for their foolishness will be clear to all, as was the foolishness of Jannes and Jambres." So let's go back to the beginning here, and it talks about the difficult times ahead. Hard times will come in the last days. So I don't know about you, but it's been a lot of hard times here lately, and I know that we say nobody knows the day nor the hour when Jesus is coming back, but you have to be thinking it might be pretty soon. So, I mean, I had something in my mouth, sorry. But it might mean it could be getting close, or it could be in my lifetime, or maybe my children's lifetime, but I feel like the Lord is going to come soon. So it says, hard times will come in the last days. Now listen to this list that's given between verses 2 and verse 5. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boastful, proud, demeaning, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, irreconcilable, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, without love for what is good, traitors, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to the form of godliness but denying its power." And then at the end of verse 5, what does it say? Avoid these people. Get out of here. Come on. My phone fell. So, listen. It lists off several different things. It says, I'm going to go through this again because these are very important. For people will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boastful, proud, demeaning, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, irreconcilable, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, without love for what is good, traitors, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to the form of godliness but denying its power. 19 different things. 19 different things that will come during the hard times. And I don't know about you, but I see all 19 of these in today's world. I see all 19 of these almost every day when I get on social media, when I get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even sometimes when I get on TikTok. I'm just trying to watch some funny videos and people out here being disrespectful. That's what we're supposed to be looking out for, and that's what we're supposed to be avoiding. But every day when we get on social media, this is what we're surrounded by. And I don't know about y'all, but every now and then I have to do a social media cleanse where I just wipe it all out and get away from it all and just have some time just apart from the world, apart from everything going around. And during this time where we have all this time, it's the perfect time to do it. It's the perfect time to dig into the Word, to say, oh, there's difficult times coming, let me prepare for these times. And here's how we can prepare for these times. By getting in the Word, by praying, by worshiping God, by following His will, about taking a lot of time, making a lot of time for Him, and using this time for the Lord to increase yourself, to increase the Spirit in you, so that way when people see you, they see Christ working through you. And rather than seeing these 19 different terrible things that the world has come to. So let's get into verse 6. It says, "For among them are those who worm their way into households and deceive gullible women, overwhelmed by sins and led astray by a variety of passions." Those are terrible people. He is very manipulative and very just terrible. Manipulation is just a huge thing these days. Guys manipulate girls, girls manipulate guys. People lie to get what they want, to take advantage of people, and that's just that ain't it, chief. And it says, always learning and never able to come to a knowledge of the truth. Ooh, they're always learning. It says, always learning and never able to come to a knowledge of the truth. The truth. They're always learning something, but they're never learning the truth. They're never learning about Jesus because they're too busy taking advantage of people. They're learning all these conning and scamming and fraudulent things. They're not learning the truth. Just as Jannes and Jambres resisted Moses, they were magicians back in the day. They were. So these also resist the truth, but the magicians do. J&J. They are men who are corrupt in the mind and worthless in regard to the faith. Corrupt in the mind and worthless in regard to the faith. But they will not make further progress, for their foolishness will be clear to all. People will see right through it. When you're being a scam, when you're being manipulative, when you're being just a terrible person, people see through you. It's transparent. Right through you. So I want to challenge you guys during this time, avoid all this hoorah going on, avoid all this 19 things listed in verses 2 through 5, and then these verses 6 through 9. Pay attention to the foolishness, pay attention to the manipulation, pay attention to all these things going on, and see through all the bullcrap. See God, follow God, trust God. The difficult times are here. Now's the perfect time to make way, make time for the Lord. Now's the perfect time to be in His will and be in His hands. So that's it for this time, guys. Avoid these people listed. And next time we're going to finish up chapter 3, Struggles in Christian Life, verse 10 through 17. And then we'll have another chat. Thanks, guys. See you. Bye.